dying to play somebody else. And we got 8 days to go, but it'll be here soon enough. But the entire team is excited to get the season underway.
Looks like you had an old friend out there today watching some practice. How was it?
Coach Meyer stopped by. Great to see him and spend time with him. And I guess we'll see a lot of him on TV now. Yeah, so in the Fox studios.
How do you avoid slow starts? You've had some slow starts and openers in recent years. Is there anything you guys coach up, teach up, how you can avoid that slow start?
No, if there was, I'd be the genius of all coaching. But I think everybody goes through that to some extent. You want to start fast every game, not only the opener, but every game you play in. But you just never know. A lot of it's just matchups and how the game plans match up and feeling each other out in the first quarter of the game. So I don't know if I have a good answer for you, other than we certainly, ideally, would like a fast start. We certainly didn't get that last year. Right.
Speaking of matchups, BYU's got a big offensive line, but your D-line going against them, is that a pivotal matchup in your eyes?
I think the line of scrimmage is a pivotal matchup every week, both sides. Not only our D-line, but our O-line versus their D-line. And that's typically where, the game is won and lost, is in the trenches. I mean, that's the name of the game, and so it'll be no different in this game. It'll be absolutely critical to be able to win that battle.
When you went back and looked at last year's game, what stood out about maybe about the first half, or before you guys kind of exerted yourself a little bit, what stood out in that game to you? What did they do?
Well, first of all, right out of the gate, we had a 3 and out, got a great stop on 3rd and short, and we had the punt bounce off one of our guys, and that went right to him, and that gave momentum right there. I mean, that was not the ideal way to start the game, and then we sputtered on offense in that first half, couldn't get much going there, had a field goal blocked. So there was a lot of things that went wrong, but credit to our guys, they kept swinging, they kept fighting. Defense never gave in. Offense got it cranking in the second half, and fortunately there was just enough in the tank to get it done.
So is it any different prepping for a rivalry game or the opener? Do you feel like through camp you've had guys' attention a little more? I mean, you played some openers where you've been heavy favorites over a Big Sky team. How different is this?
Yeah, I think psychologically, when you play a rivalry game or a Michigan or a game of that caliber, it certainly gets their attention more so than if you're playing a lesser opponent. But we don't change anything. Our process is what it is, and we continue to go through the routine that we've gone through every year. And so, but it's it is a little more. There's a little more emotion there, a little more intensity because of the nature of the first opponent.
Is Britton Covey beginning to look like Britton Covey again?
He is, and excited to watch him play, and it's great to have him back. We missed him in the bowl game, and we're just excited for his return.
How much does the preparation change because you're playing for the second time in 4 games? Kind of unusual to see a team this close together.
Yeah, that is. It is uncharted territory. We've never had this quick a turnaround in the rivalry game, but nothing you do about it. So you just prepare and get ready, and hopefully you play well.
What did you see from Zach Wilson when you played him at the end of last year, and what's kind of your anticipation improvements over the offseason? What do you anticipate seeing from him in a week?
Well, he's got a strong arm, quick release, goes through his read progression very well, and makes good decisions. The thing that hurt us last year, which was kind of under the radar and didn't get a lot of notoriety, was his running. We let him out of that pocket 4 or 5 times, and he did some damage in that regard. And so that's got to be something that we get cleaned up this year.
What do you hope to accomplish having him here? Is it just pumping the team up?
Oh, he's just passing through visiting. He was in Salt Lake for a couple of days, and just invited him to speak to the team after practice. And we also had Bo Nagahi here and John Madsen, some of our former players. So it was great to have him back and say a few words to the team.
Was that by design for rivalry week, or would you add?
Oh, he just happened to come into town. Yeah, that wasn't any preconceived deal. He just said, "Hey, I got a call from him a little while ago. A couple weeks ago, said I'm passing through and would love to stop by." So,
does it feel like 15 years ago you were coaching with him?
No, it does not. It does not. It seems like I can't believe it when you sit and think about it. And those memories come back, and we got Sione Puha, who's on that team, and Scally, who was on those teams, and Lewis Powell. So it's great to see all those guys get back together.
So to see you in awe when you walked in the new facility, aka the Death Star.
Yeah, he was pretty impressed, and he said a lot of things have changed since it was last year.
Kyle, who's your emergency punter?
Stroud, Andy Stroud, the place kicker. Yeah, he would be an emergency punter.